Hi, PerspectaWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Monday, February 25th. A big story today in the Mid-Atlantic region and throughout the Northeast U.S. are potentially damaging wind gusts of up to 60 miles per hour. That includes the entire D.C. metropolitan region, Philadelphia, New York City metro region, and again, everywhere in the northeastern U.S. The combination of a powerful storm system over southeastern Canada and strong high pressure over the northern plains is producing a very tight pressure gradient. And the worst is really yet to come. With the sun coming up right now, that heats the ground, which in turn heats the lower part of the atmosphere. That adds to some buoyancy in the bottom part of the atmosphere, all of which leads to some instability. Also, there are a couple of disturbances that are about to run through the I-95 corridor region from the northwest to the southeast, basically lines of convergence. Those actually will tend to increase the winds as well. We can see the tight pressure gradient this morning on the latest surface analysis map from NOAA. First of all, look at the tight pressure gradient. These are all isobars, represent lines of equal pressure. The tighter the pressure gradient here, the smaller the distance between these isobars, the stronger the winds. And we have a couple of convergence areas, again, right here, passing just about through into the I-95 corridor right now. That'll tend to increase the wind gusts. And there's another little area right up here across interior Pennsylvania, northwestern Pennsylvania. Once these pass by, while they pass by and shortly after, winds could actually gust to higher levels than they have been over the past several hours. So we are not at all out of the woods. Again, potential for up to 60 mile per hour wind gusts over the next several hours. That's the latter part of the morning, the midday into the early and middle part of the afternoon, all the way up and down the I-95 corridor region from D.C. to Philadelphia to New York City. And given the well-saturated grounds, that increases the chances for some trees to come down, scattered power outages. We've had a lot of rainfall in recent weeks. That tends to weaken root systems, especially with dead trees. So again, we have a chance for some scattered power outages over the next several hours with wind gusts potentially up to 60 miles per hour. Well, let's take a look at a couple of model runs. This is the high-resolution NAM model run from 6C last night, and we're looking at forecast maps of winds at 850 millibars, a couple thousand feet up in the atmosphere. And first off, you see right across the D.C. metro region early today, this is a 7 a.m. forecast map, very high winds just above the surface. Again, a couple thousand feet up. See the legend over here? This is 64 knots or higher whenever you see purple. So certainly the D.C. metro region is involved with this high wind event here, potentially 60 mile per hour wind gusts all the way down into the D.C. metro region. Let's move forward here. And while that tends to weaken a little bit, notice extending from basically west of D.C. across D.C. into Philadelphia and New York City, the higher amounts here. Again, this is 850 millibar forecast maps here. The threat of damaging wind gusts does not end anytime soon. It goes right through basically all day today, so be on the lookout. This is into the early part of tonight. Certainly winds will tend to diminish some later on this evening and into the overnight hours. But while we can have wind gusts today up to 60 miles per hour or so, they can probably reach 40 miles per hour in the overnight hours. A real drop-off comes during the day on Tuesday. Well, now let's take a kind of a bigger look here at the nation as a whole from the GFS model run last night at 0Z. Very tight pressure gradient here throughout the northeastern U.S. Excuse me, again, a powerful storm situated now over southeastern Canada, combining with this very strong high pressure system moving towards the northern plains to produce this tight pressure gradient. Let's move forward here. Tight pressure gradient lasts into the evening hours and then tends to diminish in the overnight hours. And by Tuesday, especially by Tuesday afternoon, this high pressure system edges into the Mid-Atlantic region. That reduces that pressure gradient. Winds will certainly be less noticeable on Tuesday with mostly sunny skies, cold conditions. Then we'll have to watch a couple of disturbances. Here's one kind of an Alberta Clipper type of system here. A little bit of a low pressure area by Wednesday morning over the upper part of the Midwest. That looks like it'll be in the northern part of the Mid-Atlantic region, but we'll have to keep an eye on it. Certainly can throw some steadier snow places like New York City, northeastern PA, maybe even snow showers down into the Philly metro region. Here we go by late Wednesday evening. Pretty steady snow up across New England and the northern part of Pennsylvania. Again, that could extend into New York City. We'll have to watch if it drops a little farther south over the next 24 to 36 hours or so. Again, this is later Wednesday night, and then we move forward again. Stay seasonably cold the latter, the latter part of the week, and we have another system that we may have to deal with late Thursday night going into Friday morning. The temperatures will be marginal, so this could be rain or snow, but it's something to watch. So again, the big story as we begin the week today, potentially damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour or so, with scattered power outages certainly on the table from D.C. to Philadelphia to New York City and throughout the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast U.S. And then a couple different disturbances to watch for the midweek. Late Wednesday night could throw some snow, especially the northern part of the Mid-Atlantic region. And then all areas can get some snow or rain on Friday with another disturbance to monitor. That's it for now. For PerspectaWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.